What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is Season 5, Episode 11, and the episode is titled Falling Out. So, we start this episode off with a very sexy, naughty girl type party that Suki has thrown. So, Suki goes on to say a speech about how important it is for men, women, anybody to actually get consent from their partner before they decide to try to touch them, kiss them, do anything to them. So everybody's there to support, Suki for this. And this is coming off of the heels of that whole situation that happened with YK Osiris. So we actually see Zoe have a conversation with Suki. She's giving her the rundown of what she wants to happen in the music video that they're supposed to be shooting. Here's the thing. Suki is sitting in her face like, yeah, girl, I got you. That sounds good. Just let me know the dates. I'm going to make sure I'm there. All of this stuff. But baby, that was all talk. But we're going to get there a little bit later. My only issue with Zoe, though, is that she said something along the lines like, I'm really depending on Suki to come through for me because the Queens Don't Compete project, that didn't work out for me. But, with Suki, this will basically really give her some buzz for her project. I'm sorry to tell you, Miss Zoe, you can't depend on features to carry you. Because, no offense, but Suki singles ain't even really hitting like that. So, and no offense to Suki, I'm just saying, you can't depend on somebody else to carry you. You should just be out here grinding, and we should see you in the studio. Go ahead, shoot your music video without her or with her, or do a different song. You should have enough faith in your own material to know that you are a star, you are meant to be a star, and what will happen for you will happen. Let's just go ahead and move on to Shay, though. Shay, she strolls on in, and it is clear Amara is not feeling her. So, Amara, she doesn't really want to talk to Shay because she feels like Shay isn't neutral, with the beef between Shay and Amara. Girl, here's the thing. I don't feel like Shay has done anything to Amara for her to even feel that way. However, ever since you had that conversation with Eliza, she put the battery in your back to think that Shay is doing some underhanded, conniving stuff, and she's not. Every time that girl is talking to Shay, she literally tries to take up for you. She'll say, Amara has her faults. However, I think y'all should have a conversation. I don't think y'all friendship should end over this. I think y'all just need to work it out. She's not doing anything negative or saying anything negative about you. However, you have such a vendetta against Shay. It doesn't even make sense, Amara. So they actually go off to the side or whatever, so that way they can have a separate conversation away from the group. And Amara is like, Shay, she threw a drink on me. And Shay is like, you act like I told her to do that. I didn't tell this girl to throw a drink on you. So Amara is hollering at Shay, and it gets really heightened and hectic over there because honestly, Shay has not done anything to Amara. Okay, she hasn't. But you have Amara going off about how Shay, she's such a child. But I'm just like, girl, you're out here throwing a tantrum right now in front of Shay. So I'm trying to figure out who's really the child. Because both of y'all have some childlike tendencies. Because Amara, you stay whining about one thing or another. And right now, you just yelling. Nonetheless, Princess has to come over to tell both of them to cut it out. And Shay invites Amara to her event. Now, Amara says that, she's going to come. However, let's not forget the fact that she tried to be shady and was like, oh, is your best friend going to be there? Of course, she's referring to Shay. I'm sorry, Amara is so draining. All I know is for the next season, Amara gotta go. She brings nothing to the show. I really need her to go. But let's go ahead and move on, because speaking of Shay, we see her, she is at home with her baby. Gunplay is nowhere to be found, per usual. And she is scrolling on social media. And she sees all the girls who were at the poker night. They're all hanging together at Suki's event. So now she's feeling away. I said, Shay, be for real with yourself. Girl, these women are not your friends. So you should not feel away at all. because they don't even know you. They literally met you the night of the poker night. That was it. So now she says that, she needs to confront Amara because there was a negative comment left on social media, and Amara ended up leaving laughing emojis underneath the comment. And I'm just like, okay, I see why you have an issue with her. Now, I'm not sure if Shay, made sure that it was Amara who did it. Nobody tried to, create some type of fake tweets or fake Instagram posts. But if Amara actually did that, yeah, I see why you want to fight her. So we jump on over to Flo and Claudia. They talk about how her mom, is still stuck on the fact that she needs to get back with Marlon, which is very strange. And then they start talking about Gael and how Gael, she just made matters worse. Now, next thing you know, Gael pops up. I said, now what is going on? Why is Gael here? She just caused a whole bunch of mess at your mama's house. Why is she here? But they end up talking or whatever, and Claudia is still standing on the fact that she's not going anywhere. She is Flo's girlfriend, and the family will just have to deal with it. So now here comes Gael talking about so she gonna support her sister. Ma'am, you just acted up just the other day. So now you trying to support your sister when you could have just did that from the beginning? Go away from me, Gael. So now they want to talk about Trina, right? So this is where Claudia and Gael get on the same page, because they are all pissed off at Trina because she did not show up, and Flo just said that she already paid Trina for the performance and she needs to give her money back. So now they feel like, Trina, she thinks that Flo is beneath her, and she does, for sure. They want to get Flo's money back, and that's their goal. And I'm like, okay, I'm supporting this because at the end of the day, Trina, you did not perform, you did not show up, and it's not cool that you are trying to avoid Flo. It's really not cool. But let's go ahead and move on because, y'all, this next thing that we got, I said, what is this? Was this supposed to be Dirty Dancing Havana Nights or what? Because I cannot do Amara and Safari. They out here cutting a rug on the dance floor. And Amara, baby, she must have been breaking a sweat out there. Because when I tell you, that wig had been through it. Oh my God. They talk about Suki's party and how, she now has this issue with Shay. She feels like Shay is always in her business. And I'm just like, girl, that has nothing to do with the situation right now. She's not even in your business. She don't even ask you about Safari. What are you talking about? So then she has the audacity to say that, Shay was a little bit right about Safari. I said a little bit right. Girl, she was a lot of bit right about Safari, but you just didn't want to listen. He absolutely did break your little heart, and now you went back to him because you had to have a relationship, I guess, to stick around this season. So she is, for some reason, still mad that Shay is still friends with Von Shay. And Safari is like, well, listen, Shay invited me to her Healthy Hand event. I think you should come or whatever. And now Amara doesn't want to go. But I'm like, well, why is it that in her face you said that you would make it? You would try to make sure you get there because you're faking, you're phony. This is why I don't rock with Amara, because Amara is so fake to me. But let's go ahead and move on. Y'all, we actually see Zoe. She is shooting her music video. I'm going to be completely honest, y'all. For me, it ain't going to work for Zoe. As far as my listening ears. She is not my cup of tea, but do your thing, girl. So Super Cindy actually shows up and they go have a conversation. So Cindy tells her that she's proud of her, and, now Cindy wants to put her on the Queens Don't Compete project. And I'm just like, okay, so when are we going to see anybody actually record for that project? What other artists do you have on there? I'm just curious because we see all this talking around it, but we don't ever see nobody actually working on it. But nonetheless, you have poor Zoe. Poor Zoe. She is still hoping and praying that Sukiana is going to show up. because Suki is supposed to be at this video shoot. Oh, baby, Cindy has to let her know. I don't think Suki will be here because come to find out, Suki is actually in Atlanta. Well, at least she was there the previous night. So more than likely, she's still in Atlanta. So she's there with her friends, Saucy Santana, Sexy Red, Summer Walker, having a grand old time. So now Zoe, she feels the way because now she's feeling like, you're prioritizing your more famous, popular friends over me. Even though you promised and said that you were going to make it to this video shoot, you lied. So, of course, Zoe, she's in her feelings. She even said one of her lines was, she left me hanging so she could scrub her ass on a Suburban. You could do that here. I said, Zoe, not scrubbing ass on a Suburban, ma'am. I cannot. However, I do feel bad for Zoe because if I'm over here probably trying to fit my video shoot into your schedule and then you still don't show up, that's definitely a problem. Because this could have also altered how much money she even invested in this music video. Because had it just been her by herself, she could have given herself, a lower concept so that way she didn't have to come out of pocket so much. Because she was probably working with Suki, she probably wanted to take it up a few levels. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just feel bad for Zoe. I'm like, dang, can this girl catch a break? Every time she try to do something, something comes crashing down. But that was that saying. Let's go ahead and move on. So, we actually get to Trina. And she's at this little talent show that they call Magic Mondays. And Flo and her crew decide that they're going to pull up. So outside of the club, Claudia is basically telling Flo, like, listen, you got to go in there and stand your ground, right? So Flo walks up. She says hello. And as she's talking to Trina, you can already see that Bobby is all up in the conversation, okay? His face was glued on what was going on in that conversation. So Trina, she speaks or whatever to Flo, and it's clear that she must think things are all good. Because the way she was acting, she was just like, oh, hey, girl, like, let's hang out. Like, that was the vibe she was giving. But I'm just like, Trina, be for real right now. Like, you done this girl wrong. So Flo, she does speak on the fact that Trina was a no call, no show. Now, Trina, she wants to say that, oh no, Flo, your team dropped the ball. They told me that your performance was at 5, but then we heard that you actually go on at 4. But here's the thing, Trina. You should have been there early regardless. You knew that you were going to be performing at some point. And if anybody should know, you should know that at festivals, the time shifts all the time. Because somebody's set may have gone over, somebody's set didn't go as long as it should have, somebody's set could have had technical difficulties, so they had to cut it short. You should know this, especially considering you've been rapping for decades now. So you should know how festivals go. I'm not giving you that excuse for you not to show up. Because I don't think you were ever in the car heading towards that festival. Ever. So Claudia is piping up and she's like, yeah, but Flo, she was texting and calling you and you weren't responding. Now, why did Trina say that? No, she didn't talk to me because she doesn't have my number. That was a third party that she was talking to. Well, who was she texting? Your managers? Your assistant? Whoever it was is someone who was connected to you and they still weren't answering. But also, why do you think you're that, like, up there that you can't give out your phone number? You're just Trina. Like, I'm sorry, but you ain't Beyonce. Relax, girl. So, at this point, you can already tell things are going left very, very fast, okay? So, technically, Bobby, he jumped in this. And he questions Claudia on what she has to do with this. And I'm just like, okay, you're mad at her for jumping in, but why are you jumping in? Like, I hate the way Trina's people, they always have to jump in. I'm sick and tired of it. Trina want to yell about being the baddest this, the baddest that. Then how about you handle your own battles? How about that, sis? So you have Trina telling them to back up and all of this stuff, baby. This whole situation has leveled up to 1,000, okay? You have Gael yelling like, you robbed my sister. And Trina is over here talking about how did I rob your sister? I'm just like, really, Trina? So now you're going to pretend like you never got the money. Is that what we doing right now? Yeah, all this sounds crazy. So Trina, she's yelling back to Gael like, I don't know you, and all of this stuff. But my thing is this. So where is Flo's money? That's my only question. Where is the money? Like, you could have just said, oh yeah, we're sending it back now. Something. But out of nowhere, y'all. Out of nowhere. And this is another thing that I don't care for with Miami. The whole city caters to Trina. The whole city. And it's ridiculous. Because out of nowhere, she gets a microphone. Where'd you get that from? Who from the talent show passed you the microphone? That makes no sense to me. So now that she has a microphone, oh, she's about to perform, y'all. Trina gets up there and she is going off, okay? Talking about how she's too rich to ever need Flo's money. She don't need nobody's money. And I'm just like, Trina, why are you going off like this? Like, this is completely out of control. She calls Gael out for messing around with Marlon. She's like, yeah, you don't even like your sister. Baby, then this is where I had to start taking notes. Because she decided to tell Gael she was a whack-ass bitch, ugly-ass bitch, called them some voodoo bitches, dusty-ass cat-eating bitches. Now, I'm not Haitian. I don't know if that was like a Haitian slur type thing. And I am not trying to repeat that if that is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to repeat all the things that she does call these people. Now, also, I don't know if that was like a Haitian thing where she was being disrespectful, or was that some homophobia? Either way, Trina, you're completely out of line. Completely out of line. And then you have Claudia in the crowd. She's listed all the rap girls that Trina is not. She's like, you ain't Megan Thee Stallion. You ain't Nicki. You ain't Cardi B. I'm just like, this is a mess. Now, Flo is in her confessional, and she's like, I came to clear the air, but it's chaos. Flo, stop playing with us. First of all, you were taking too long to get to the point. You should have had your, receipts and all that stuff ready to go. And honestly, I wish you could have had a conversation with Trina in the daytime, but it seemed like Trina only work at night. That's the only time she want to film for this show. But also, I realized Trina's not going to ever film with this girl. And that's because Trina does not mess with anybody on this show. Trina don't fuck with none of y'all. She don't. The only people who we have seen her film with is her cousins. It's like she refuses to film if Joy and Bobby aren't there. Have y'all noticed that? We have not gotten scenes with Trina without them. And I'm just like, girl, why do you have to have your stage 5 clingers with you 24/7? Like, be for real right now. Unless her minions are with her, she's not filming with the other cast members. And that's a problem for me. Trina can get off the show. Because on any other reality show, or actually even on this one, they will have people meet up at a restaurant, at a park, anywhere, so that way they can have a conversation about what's going on. Nope, that don't happen with Trina. So what did Flo have to do? Baby, she had no choice. Baby girl had no choice but to meet Trina at that dusty ass club. But let's go ahead and move on to another event that was a hot mess. So we get to Shay's event. Her mom and brother are there. They're, ready to support her. And of course, her man Fabo was there, unfortunately. So Von Shay, she's already on go. She's over here questioning Safari about if Amara is coming. Ma'am, you are too thirsty to blast Amara. So later we see Safari. He talks to MJ about Amara. Was this necessary? I don't think it was. Mama D shows up. And y'all, why did Mama D look like the fifth member of Cherish? I said, why are you about to hit the do it to it right now? What is this outfit, sis? I can't take it. Like, I understand that you feel unappreciated by Shay and Fabo, but this is not the move, Mama D. Please stop. So she ends up, showing up trying to get back into Shay's good graces. She has a conversation with Shay's mom about how things have gone south with the family and Fabo. So we see like a brief little conversation between Shay, Fabo, and Safari. And you can tell that Shay is annoyed that Amara didn't show up to support her. And she thinks that it's super lame that Amara is running from Von Shay. I agree. I think that is lame as well. Because it's like, girl, just go ahead and handle this girl how you have to. Tell her the truth. Be honest and say, I stopped messing with you when y'all did that whole little GoFundMe thing. Just be honest and stand in it. So once Von Shay got word that Amara wasn't going to be there, oh baby, she said, ain't no monkey stopping this show. She decides that she's going to hop on the stage. She grabs the mic. And at first, we going good because she's highlighting Shay. She's saying how, Shay has been such a supportive friend. She's been so great, ride or die for me. And baby, that is where the positivity stopped. Because she calls Amara out of her name. She calls her a coward. And then further goes off about how she was just going through so much. Her daughter was sick. Her husband be tripping. All of this stuff. And Amara was nowhere to be found. So then she ends up calling Safari on the stage. And he, of course, wants no parts of this. But his dumb behind actually walked up there. She tells him to read the messages that are on her phone. So this man, he goes on to read them. I said, yeah, it's clear that you're not really with Amara. We see the crowd's reaction. And here's the thing. Everybody is shocked by what Safari reads out loud. Because it does sound crazy. Like, Amara, why would you put laughing emojis under something so negative about a baby? Like, that makes no sense to me. Now, this is where Von Shay really lost me. When she decided that she was going to pull at Amara and say, listen, Amara, you ain't the only one giving telenovela around here. This girl decides to have her own little monologue of, you see what I have to go through? This woman, she's held my child. That bitch gotta see me. She gotta see me, Shay. I said, oh, I can't. Get these two telenovela birds off my screen. Between Von Shay and Amara, I can't take it. I want no parts. So Shay now has the microphone. And she's like, I understand, Von Shay. The only thing that she really wants Von Shay to do is get off the stage. Because she doesn't even know what to say in this moment. Safari ends up leaving. MJ follows him out. They're all shocked about, what was just said about Amara. Shay comes out to check on him, and they just like, listen, we just gonna head out. Because all of that was a lot. Now, you still have Shay trying to take up for Amara. Like, she's not an evil person. I don't know what that is, but, that couldn't basically be Amara saying something so evil. Girl, you don't know Amara like that. So, now we have Mama D. And she strolled up to talk to Fabo in this Cherish-themed outfit, y'all. And here's the thing. She's trying to apologize, right? She's trying. However, he told her, you can go ahead and keep that apology. You won't be seeing my child So this is the end of this. And next thing you know, Mama D has hit the floor, okay? Baby girl is pretending to have fainted. Next thing you know, Shay comes up and Shay is like, get up off that floor. She already knows that this is a stunt that Mama D is pulling. And the only thing I kept thinking was, Mama D, you too old for this. Because I feel like them old bones of yours, they gonna be aching tomorrow, okay? They're definitely gonna be aching the next day. So Shay is like, you know what? I'm just about to go ahead and leave. So we see her mom, her brother, the little girl. They're all supposed to be heading out, right? And it's crazy to me that Shay said, you know, y'all was all acting funny. And I was like, first of all, no, your family was not acting funny. It was your man. Your man is the one who's acting funny. So I feel like Shay's mom was trying to turn over a new leaf. She was trying to welcome this man into the family. However, he had an issue with everything that she said. Like everything. All she could say was, I'm trying to move forward, and he still have a problem with that. Like, he just had to have something to say. He had to have the last word. So Shay ends up separating them or whatever and tells Fabo that, like, listen, this is my daughter's grandmother. You can't talk to her crazy. You can't treat her like this. And I'm just like, now you finally want to say something to this man? You should have said something to him a long time ago. Now, according to him, he don't even care about them being family. And what was really bothering me is the fact that you have Shay, she's yelling at him like, you know, this is my child's grandmother, and you gotta respect it. Girl, he ain't respecting nothing. If we want to be honest, he don't even respect you. So, this whole time, though, she's getting in the car with him. There is no way I would be getting in the car with Fabo, okay? And on top of that, you are yelling to the top of your lungs with your baby in the back seat. When I tell you, me and my child would have been out of that car. We would have been out of that car ASAP, okay? You're not about to play in my face like this. But that was the episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about this. Are y'all team Trina or team Flo? Do you think that Suki was wrong for leaving Zoe hanging? And what do y'all think about this whole Shay situation? Go ahead and let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Let's chat about it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.